Friday, got no job, you ain't got shit to do. Hey, can we talk about jacking for a minute? This right here, you may recognize this. This is your traditional wet jack. Hey, these things are noisy as hell. And this right here is something that's been around for ages and you don't have to stop using it. But there's a lot more to jacking out there if you know what's up. This right here is your traditional style screw jack. So you can screw up and you can screw down, but you're still jacking. But this right here is not going to fail due to hydraulic or a wet jack. But then you talk about the King Kong of jacking. This right here is your dry jacker. So you can jack right here with double the capacity. So this right here, you've got a handle of some sort and you got to bang around on it. You got to jack to height there. This right here, you just stroke of a valve. Now you stroke that valve and you're smooth jacking up to 18.5 inches. But you look at the two jacks here, they both have a low point of 5.5 inches and they've got a high point of 18.5 inches. Now this right here will jack down faster. This right here's got 6 cones on the inside of it that keeps it from collapsing. So it's also to give it that stability to it. But this right here, once you look at jacks, the dry jacks, hey, they've got a lot of different options. So you can get the little stubby handle. You can get a long handle. Hey, you can get the jack with no handle. Hey, this right here is an adjustable. It's got a 3 different settings to the jack on it. But this right here is super slick. But one of the things I like about it, hey, if you're in a low clearance mode and you got the old wet jack here, look at all that throw. You got a very limited throw. And what are you going to do and how long is it going to get there? But when this right here, hey, you slide that bad boy down, slide it under the vehicle, and you need no throw on it, I'm saying. So this right here, what we're going to do is we're going to raise this frame up and we're going to use this air spring jack here to get it done. And I want to take you by real time on how easy it is. Come here and check this out. But as far as this jack here, I've jacked anything and everything. I've jacked with a Bobcat. We jacked on a Silverado. Hey, we went as far as to jack on a sweeper truck. I'm saying it was a 33 gross vehicle with a big sweeper box on the back of it, dual engine. Hey, we put this thing on the front left of this thing, raised that thing up with just a stroke of a valve here. And I was a little nervous at first, but hey, we put it to the test and it raised it up. So that right there is easily 6,000 to 7,000 pounds on it, no question whatsoever. So we're sitting on a 30-gallon right now, real time. But check this out. Boom, boom. Look at that. Look at that. And you can drop the air off of it too. So look at that. You're not even going to lose it. So now you pull your little, you're tired of jacking. You got jack stands here. What the hell? So just like anything else, you shouldn't crawl under a vehicle without the proper supports, no matter if it's a wet jack or a dry jack. So at the end of the day, you're putting yourself in a position of weakness, what it comes down to. But since now we got our jack stands out, and you can check the link down below to find out more on the different jacks and the jack stands or pipe stands, whatever you want to call it. Well, what we're going to do now is let this sit down onto the rear end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch weld it to it because we got a plan for Jimmy rigged here. But check this out. So that's the whole weight of the front of the truck on it. And you can see that we have got the dump valve open and we got the closed on the field. But when it comes down to it, as you can see, this thing is going to be letting down. Just taking it easy so you're not into a jar or pinch zone with it. I got to fix my tail light. So you can continue wet jacking all you want, and that's okay, nothing. We still have a drink even. But at the end of the day, I'm a dry jacker for life. I love the dry jack there. And again, we're talking 5-ton, 11,000 pounds. So very similar, but double the capacity. But check the link down below to find out more details on the different jacks and the pipe stands. Look at this. Screw jack still also here. But yeah, we're just sitting right on the frame rail right now. So it doesn't matter if you're jacking on the trail or jacking off the trail. The air spring jack is the way to go. Hey, so you can see we've got the frame rail setting on the rear end. So what we'll do now is we'll get it all centered up and stuff, and then we'll go back and put a little tack here to hold this in place. And I still got some plating to do here and some reinforcements on the back side of it. But we're getting close to getting to the point that it's clear enough that we've got our 2-inch DOM tubing and it's ready to build some bars here, as well as we've got the heim joints from TMR Custom. So basically it's down to me and a little bit of hard work there and a couple of friends pushing through and rooting. So this right here, we're ready to rock and roll. But as far as the air spring jack, and the train horn jack or 12-volt compressor, as well as the jack stands, you can find it in the link down below to find out more details on each one of them. But when it comes down to it, hey, super stoked when it comes to the air spring jack. I'm a dry jacker for life there. This right here, it'll still be around, but that's my go-to. And if you're anything like me, once you go air jack, you don't go back.